Hello everyone, welcome back to E20 Zone TV. To my right is Lucas, you know who he is. We've just witnessed West Ham United 0, Chelsea 3. And to say I am fucking angry is an understatement. Yeah, I'm going to try and keep my calm. But all these so-called cunts out there, I'm going to call them cunts. Yeah, because that's what they are. They're fucking cunts. Yeah, for going, I want to be entertained. Is that entertaining for you? I want to see my team fucking win, right? Fuck entertainment. I want to see West Ham win a fucking game. Be nice. Do you know what I'm saying? So to all them cunts out there who were preaching it with Moyes for fucking ages, this is what you're fucking asking for. Do you know what I'm saying? Cunts, the lot of them. Do you know what I mean? Absolute bunch of waste men wankers. Trust me. And one of them, I would fucking love it if I bumped into him. Love it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because these are the cunts who have been asking for this for fucking time. Do you know what I mean? Absolute bunch of wankers. We have got no idea what to do. Do you know what I mean? This is Pellegrini 2.0, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm telling you right now, brace yourself, because we're going to be in for a bumpy fucking ride. Lucas, how are you doing, mate?
Mate, not great. Early kickoff today, so I was up at about 6:30 a.m., ready, getting prepared for the match. And let's be honest, if anyone had to wake up that early to watch that crock of shit, yeah, I'd feel sorry for him a bit. But yeah, I was just letting you get everything off your chest. And let's not forget that terrible logic that people were using. How oh, at least we beat Palace and we drew Fulham. What about today? What about today? Can I use that logic? Am I allowed to? Probably not. But yeah, mate, it's embarrassing. Let's be honest. I think that's probably the perfect word to use. I'm
worried.
just a lot wrong today. What happened and what you just said. I normally I'm not a I told you so guy or like that, but I told you from almost minute one, I fear Pellegrini-esque football. Yeah. And that's what I saw today personally. But again, I'm not going to put it all on one person today because the whole collective was just absolutely devastating.
I'm going to be honest.
Everything, like not one man is safe tonight or today, whatever. But it was just collectively embarrassing, like especially in a London derby, like to Chelsea. Like I hate losing to Chelsea. I hate putting in terrible shifts like that against Chelsea. And it's embarrassing. And
yeah,
it's just the reaction. The reaction today is going to be quite the show.
Right. There's losing games of football. I can accept that as a West Ham fan. I've been a West Ham fan for all my life. 37 years of my life, I've seen this club lose games of football. But there's ways of losing. And there's ways of going down. And today, we was lackluster. We had no idea. We didn't know how to defend. Someone explained to me in the chat. Yeah, I'm going to get the chat involved today. I've just had enough. Right, of all these wankers, Lucas, I just want to say this. But of all these wankers keep saying, trust the process, trust the process. Tell me what the fucking process was today. Was it a back five, a back three, or a back four? That's for the people in the fucking chat. Do you know what I'm saying?
The setup as well is an absolute disgrace to the game of football. I don't know what on earth this man woke up today, woke up yesterday, the whole week prior to this. I don't know what on earth. And again, I'm no expert. I don't know anything. But from what I've seen, I just don't know how he woke up every day of the week leading up to this and thought what he was going to put out there in the pieces he was going to move around made sense. It was baffling. It was absolutely baffling. Like, the setup and the tactics. It's not just a setup. It's not just the tactics. That players' efforts today and not even the efforts, just their ability today was absolute shit as well. That is one of the worst performances I've seen in some time. I know we saw a bunch last season. I'm using it as a figure of speech, but that was just absolute dross.
I'm going to be honest, mate, yeah, and I can't keep hearing about this trust the process because I see teams like Brighton who have got a younger manager in there who've hit the ground running bang like that straight away, yeah. With us, I'm worried and I'm concerned and I'm deeply concerned about this one because we don't know how to defend, right? And that is a problem. If we've got a manager that can't get the best out of our defenders, then we have got a major fucking problem. How are we going to, like every game we're conceding? We concede every single time.
He's got to set them up to succeed as well, which I haven't seen any of that this season yet.
Agree.
I haven't seen a setup in which we're putting players in to play at their best. And again, that's down to squad building as well. That's not entirely on him. Remember, Lopetegui is just the head coach, technically. So again, there's a bunch of shit, and I don't know if we have all the time to dissect it. There's so much.
I'll tell you what, just to land on this, can I get a few people? I'll leave Mitch till last, yeah, because I let Mitch chill for a second, right? When people used to say to me last year, I want to be entertained, James, right? When I go to West Ham, I want to be entertained. Is that entertaining? To see your team get
we did have more possession today, mate, so I was entertained.
And the fucking XG. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what football fans are anymore. I was grown up, right? Listen, West Ham to me, yeah, is my life. Yeah, I love this. I'll die for this fucking club. Yeah, if it meant someone else staying alive, I would fucking die for this club. I love this club to death. But this, at the minute, is not right. And people are sugarcoating it and going, oh, trust the process, the buzzwords. Fuck the buzzwords. Fuck these buzzwords right off. That is unacceptable for where we want to be. We're supposed to be a top 10 side. At this rate, we're fucking bottom 5.
10 out of 10 window.
Fuck me, yeah, mate. Don't get me started. Don't get me fucking started, please. Right. So, Daddy, fire away, mate. You got 3 minutes. Go.
Okay. Well, let me start. This is the first time in the club's history we've lost all 3 of our opening home games. But I can see what Lopetegui's cooking. People are telling me he's cooking salmonella. He's cooking food poisoning. This dude is clueless. Bro subbing off Somerville. Him and Kudus were our best players today, and he's subbing him off first instead of Lucas Ghost Paqueta with his ghost session today. Bro, and what's it called? Stinker. Edson Alvarez and Guido Rodriguez. We might have the slowest midfield in the league. You want to know what our average age of our starting 11 today was? 29.
Yeah.
29. We're the oldest squad in the league. Oh, but Tim, he's going to get us younger players. Timmy's going to get us younger players. Bro, nothing is cooking. And this Mavropanos dude, don't even get me started on him. But Tadibo might not be fit. I'm sorry. He can't do worse than what Mavropanos was doing. He was at fault for all 3 goals. On the 3rd goal, where was he? He was in our own half. He's a defender. This dude is trash. I'm sorry. And our midfield, no pace. Our midfield gets easily ran through, and he brings Antonio on and plays him left wing. This guy is clueless. I'm sorry. Please, and he's fixed the defense, James. People are telling us he's fixed the defense. We've conceded the most shots this season, most shots by a team. We've conceded 83 shots so far. That's like 20 more than any other team. But he's fixed the defense.
I'm going to be honest, mate. I'm going to be honest. I'm hearing you say it, and I'm worried. I'm going to be real. Nah, I'm being deadly serious, and I'll stare into this camera, into fucking people's souls. I am fucking worried on this one because we've got a manager that we don't know how good this geezer can get these players going. And if these players don't get going, then we are in trouble. Like, not relegation trouble, but we're going to end up being fucking appalling this year. Like, and to me, I'm going to say it with the art now. This is not West Ham. This is not West Ham. This is not West Ham that I want to see. I want to see West Ham being fucking up there. And it seems like people want the old West Ham. Fuck the old West Ham. The old West Ham died at Upton Park in 2016. It died, right? And we've got to forget that. This is Stratford era, and we are better than this. Fucking much better than this. So, Daddy,
James.
who was your worst player today, mate?
Oh my God, Mavropanos or Alvarez, both were stinky, bro. It was so bad.
They were twins today. To me, they were twins.
People are saying back the process. No, they have to. The team has to show me why I should back this. I'm not blindly backing this. If we lose to Liverpool and we lose to Brentford and Ipswich, I'm Lopetegui out already. This guy, I'm not just blindly backing this guy. He has to prove it to me. This is fraudulent so far.
I've got to get.
I'm sorry.
I was going to say this, right? I understand what Brooke Bond 73 is saying, right? Because I've seen it bad and all. But you've got a problem here because we've got a lot of good players in our ranks. And we shouldn't be this bad. And that's my argument. Well, should West Ham be this bad right now? Absolutely not. Right?
James, look at Kudus today. He was our best player today, and this clown's been playing him left wing. I'm sorry. That should be a sackable offense.
Threw him right back there, 3-0 down. Threw him right back over on the left.
I know, mate.
I'm sorry. This guy, Kudus is look at him today. Him and Somerville are our two best players, but he takes Somerville off. There should have been more boos at that stadium because that was a disgrace, that substitution. And then he brings Cresswell on. But Moyes is the only manager who would bring on defenders.
Good ball. Right, so Daddy, I'm going to let you go, mate. I appreciate you coming on. I've got Gemma wants to come on, and obviously Mitch is going to take care, mate, yeah? Right, let's get Gemma on. Gem, take it away, mate.
Hello, boys. How are we?
Been better.
Yeah. I'm so angry with today because he's losing the game of football that I can accept, and there's being literally fucking taken the piss out of for like 85 minutes of the game.
Worse than that.
Yeah.
I am just fucking sick and tired of his tactical. Well, no, there is no tactics, and I don't want to keep seeing our fullbacks or wingbacks sitting so fucking narrow. When is he going to learn that it doesn't work? It hasn't worked. I don't want to see Aaron Wan-Bissaka that narrow. We need width. He wants our wingers narrow. So then you need your fullbacks to overlap and keep the width. That's not happening down that end of the pitch. And then when we're tracking back, if you want to track back, then your wingers need to stay wide if you want your fullback sitting more narrow to then create a big back six to be I know that he's pragmatic and it is defense first with him, and I get that, and I think defense is the spine of your team and you have to be really strong there. But pushing Alvarez into centre half, but then where's your bite in the middle of the park? Like, he got it so far wrong, and all three goals came from exactly the same move and pass, and he didn't fix it. You have been undone 3 times the same way, and nothing changed. After the first goal, you should have said, right, fullbacks, I need you to keep wide because they're going to keep exploiting that bit of space there, and they have pace and we don't. So why are you holding a high line in the first place? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Stupid.
As Alfie would say, I'll tell you that for the price of fish. And I'll tell you this right now for the price of fish. That will be the easiest match Chelsea will play all season long.
Yeah.
They did not lift a finger, toe, leg, Achilles, knee, MCL, ACL. They did not try one bit today, and they absolutely, pardon my French, fucked us. Royally.
I completely agree. I completely agree with everything Jim is saying. I'm just numb to it now. Yeah, because I'm not being funny. All this trust the process bollocks, that's got to go out the window. Right? I want to give me a process to trust. That is my response.
We need an identity first.
Yeah, right.
Right, and that's what I was going to come to, Lucas. What's our style of play? What are we doing? We don't have very good build-up play.
No.
We're not clinical on the break. We're not a high-pressing, aggressive team. So, what are we? We're just a bunch of individuals. That's it. There's no like cohesion yet, and I get that will come in time, I would hope. But the league isn't forgiving.
No.
Yeah.
And
Who's
you
your-
can't keep going into the same. You can't keep setting us up tactically the same week in, week out when it's not working. Narrow fullbacks doesn't work in this league because everyone will just pump the ball wide. And that's where we're conceding a lot of goals, and teams are having a lot of joy with us that sitting like that.
Doesn't help either when both your fullbacks are so far up the pitch, and literally you have to rely on a back three of Kilman, Alvarez, and Mavropanos to get back. Who, at least, well, two out of the three of them are aggressive as all fuck, and being that aggressive will catch you out of position, and that really leaves Kilman to, I don't know, pray.
And why does Mavropanos keep doing the 50-50s, like charging at players and then backing out at the last second, and then they knock the ball past him? Go on, why is he doing that?
Zuma would do the same thing.
Yeah, but either commit to it or don't attempt it. If you're going to commit to it, then just take a yellow and make a foul. If you mistimed it.
I agree on that. I really do. Jem, who's your worst player today before I let you go?
Well, it was Rodriguez, and then he got hooked, so can't really. Oh, it's Mavropanos in it. Every game, every single game. So you've got to take him out the firing line, though, because it's not fair on him because he's going to come under the most criticism, but it's not him that keeps saying, play me, play me, play me. Like, Tadibo didn't take care of himself in the summer. He gained some weight, and he obviously just didn't keep his fitness up, and then didn't go on pre-season with Milan because they didn't want him injured because they wanted to sell him. But then he should have gone to like a private training camp, no? Isn't that what most elite players do on their time off?
I tell you what, mate, there's no fucking elite players out there. Do you know what? The only fucking person that deserves any sort of praise are the fans today for standing in that fucking ground, clapping that young lad who passed away during the week, and
that was lovely.
And being there to the end, right? That's just me. Jem, I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for coming
absolutely. Anytime. All right, I'll tune in for the rest. See you later, boys.
Take care, man.
Have a good one.
Right, let's get these two in. Mitch, Kane. Mitch, I'll let you take it away, mate. You waited. What are you saying?
Oh no, he's gonna lash out.
No, I've actually calmed down a bit, to be fair.
I want you to explain something.
It hurts. I feel
his
energy right now.
Right. I need you to explain today. Just explain it. Just explain today why we were so shit, so bad, lack of ideas, defensively fucking non-existent, midfield fucking parting like the Red Sea. Explain.
Look, it's not all on the manager's day. Yes, the manager, in my opinion, has completely set us up completely wrong. But
that'd be an understatement.
Yeah, all completely wrong. I'll go through it after. But the players have to take responsibility as well, because I think the work rate was a disgrace. I think the energy levels were shocking, and there was no discipline in the team today whatsoever. I didn't see any discipline. There was a couple of players maybe, but I think some of your players were loose, just kind of wandering about, especially in midfield. Now,
that deserves a video.
I've been saying from honestly the first game how Rodriguez is getting this huge pass because he's settled into the Premier League. He's been a very steady Eddie in these first few games. What a signing on a free he's been. And I'm telling you now, he's been the biggest ghost of a midfielder I've seen in fucking years. I don't know how he's been praised up. Well, I've been saying this to Lucas since the first game.
I will back that opinion, even though I don't. This, in my opinion, was by far and wide his worst match in a West Ham shirt.
But it's not just the worst. These kind of performances from him have been the same. He maybe have been slightly better in the other games, but it'd be only slightly because he maybe made one more tackle or one more over the top pass. Like, I don't think he can start anymore. He is so slow. The thing is, you've got to start with Alvarez, in my opinion, midfield. You have to. I don't think the midfield of Rodriguez and Alvarez, even though everyone was praising the fucking partnership for some fucking reason and saying, they're back together, I don't think they can ever fucking start again.
Mate, I was telling you, and I told Fever and Jay the other day, and while I agree with you to a point with Rodriguez, like, I think people have just been, like, they look at Rodriguez and they're just aesthetically pleased. I don't get it. There's really no production from what he does, and I've told you this as well before with Souček. We all know aesthetically he is not great to look at playing football, but numbers speak. He at least gets in both boxes. He scores, blocks shots.
I'd rather Souček fucking start over this geezer all day long, and that's me.
And that's what I'm saying. And then people are going to talk about Soler, mate. I'm not one to throw it all out on him, but Soler doesn't impress me either. He really doesn't to me. But again, I will give him.
I think he deserves a good 90 minutes.
It just, I don't see. I don't know. And again, that's down to the squad building, the players we've bought. We have a lot of good players, but what about a squad? You know, like, and I said this on the preview. This isn't the Barclays of 2004, 5, 6, whatever. You can't just throw 11 good players out there and let them do what they do. The game is advanced. You need tactics. You need an identity. You need an approach. We've got none of that.
Yeah.
I need to answer this question, right? Because this is where I keep seeing it. 10 games. What we've done in the fucking first 6. Someone tell me what we've done. Name me 3 things we've done good in the first 6 games, including the Bournemouth game. I would love to hear it, right? Because for me, I've had enough of this bollocks about give it 10 games. Then what do you do after the 10 games? Do you give him another 10 games? Say, no, you've got to wait because it's another 10 games. We've got to see how good he is after that. This geezer keeps playing players, right, who don't deserve to play. Mavropanos.
Not just that don't deserve to play, playing them constantly in strange fucking areas of the pitch where they're not suited. Kudus on the fucking left, Alvarez at centre half at the start of today's fucking game. Souček as the 10. He's so clueless, this geezer.
How did it get worse?
He's a cunt.
How did it get worse?
Someone agrees with me.
How did it get worse from last week? I thought that was the absolute worst we'd see. We've only gone and done it.
Yeah, but it's true though. The whole pre-season, right? I remember saying it in pre-season. I'm not convinced. Yeah, I'm watching him. I'm thinking, I don't know about this one. Yeah, Villa, right? Everyone goes, got to give him a pass first game. It was just there's so many.
Anyone's better.
It's different if we see an identity. You see what he's trying to build. You understand the method to his madness sometimes.
Yes,
but there's no.
It's just
the
madness.
Controversial things that he is doing are never ever resulting in positive
outcomes.
Outcomes, yeah. So you put Souček at 10. Everyone says, why are you playing Souček as a 10? He plays shit, okay? You play Kudus on the left. Why is he playing Kudus on the left? Let's give him a chance. Lopetegui thinks, give him a chance. Doesn't work. Alvarez. Why is he playing Alvarez at centre half in this fucking weird system today? Why is he doing that? Lopetegui does it. Doesn't work. So I'm yet to see something controversial that Lopetegui's done where it's worked out. He's completely I think he's a fucking prick. He's so clueless, the geezer. I'm not saying to sack him because it's very hard to sack someone this early on. But
it's
honestly,
stupid,
if it keeps going this way, I fucking sack the prick.
Yeah, but
this
Mitch,
is shocking.
Yeah, but Mitch, let's be real, right? What you're saying is correct because players in their not natural positions. That's the first thing. Edson Alvarez as a centre half, it proved it on the first goal. The lack of fucking pace that we've got at the back is non-existent. And is someone telling me that John Clare to Debo is that bad that he can't get ahead of Mavropanos right now? Because if that is the case, we're fucked.
Today has to start.
I had a little discourse on Twitter with someone, and it really it doesn't make sense to me. If Todibo is not fit, why is he on the bench? If he's on the bench, why is he not starting? There's 2 answers to this. Either Lopetegui does not rate him, which I find very damning. I don't think that's true. Or he's not fit. But then again, you got to ask the questions. How is he not fit? How is he not fit by now?
Yeah.
He's fit. Fucking fit.
But then why is he not playing? Then why is he not playing?
I'll tell you the reason why.
And then if someone tells me Lopetegui thinks Mavropanos is better than Todibo, we're living in an absolute mad world.
No. We need time to bed these players in, didn't we, lads? Fucking. So I keep hearing every 5 seconds. We've got to bed them in.
That's not even me like lashing out or trying to shame Mavropanos or bully him to a point. That's the question in the air. Either Todibo's not fit or Lopetegui doesn't think he's better than Mavropanos. And if that one's the case, that is absolutely.
Steve hasn't looked good. He's played one fucking game, you silly cunt. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it takes this long. I have many questions with Todibo. I have many questions.
I agree with that comment from Lawrence.
100%.
That 100%. That is fucking comment of the fucking century. The team has no fucking chemistry whatsoever.
You want to know why? Because he doesn't know who his best 11 is. And in my opinion, I know it's still early days. You have got to have some idea what your best 11 is. You have to have some sort of idea.
Thing is, how can you find out what your best 11 is as well when you don't know what style we're playing? That's another fucking issue. You can't have one or the other. You've got to have both. If you want to play a certain way, you go, all right, I want to play this certain way, so I'll play this lineup. But you don't. You're playing fucking Souček as the fucking 10. Oh my God, with a high line. And over as a centre half, Kudus on the fucking left, and fucking Andy Irving comes on, has a better game than fucking Guido Rodriguez. What's going on?
That is a great comment. I want to clip that up. That is fucking brilliant because he don't even know what fucking system he's playing properly at the minute. Right? Are we playing? Right? Can you explain this calmly to me? Yeah, please. Are we playing 3 at the back out of possession?
I don't fucking know.
Oh no, like because it feels like to me, right, or are we playing 3 at the back in possession?
Because he changes it up every game. So I don't know. Does he? I don't know if he does or not. Last game he doesn't. This game he does. Out of possession, and then he changes it halfway through.
Yeah,
that's a great comment as well. We've gone from a somewhat athletic midfield to slow and progressive, and we're getting. I literally said this. Mitch will back me as well. I emphasize this to him. This to me is Pellegrini 2.0. We are going to get cooked in transition every single match, and we just have to pray to the Almighty above, below, right, left, whoever you believe in, that we're just Ariel is either going to save the shot, or they're going to fuck up, and it's bad. It's bad, and again, it's bad because we don't know the identity. If we had an identity or we knew what we were trying to do, it's a lot easier to get behind and have a bit more faith. But I don't know what we're seeing, and I said this as well. The fullbacks being so pushed so far forward leaves us to get cooked every single match. Like, if you're telling me most of the matches we're going to have to rely on Alvarez, Mavropanos / Todibo, and Kilman, that back 3, to defend transition.
Yeah,
just chalk the season.
I mean, they're going to play Alvarez and Rodriguez running back as well. Like,
exactly.
No recovery speed.
Yeah. Well, what did you make of that first goal? Because
disgrace, lazy,
lazy, shocking. Start of the game, unbelievable.
Just answer me this.
Yeah, you know what? No, what Mitch said, that is absolutely shocking. That early into the match, this is a London derby. How are you not switched on? And literally, it is so schoolboy. If there's a dead ball, someone gets fouled. They didn't even know where the ball was. That is terrible. And I know people, you know what? Literally, no individual really is going to get slated for me today because everyone was an absolute disgrace, bar 2 players in my opinion. But the again, back to your question, first goal, it's a disgrace.
Right, whose fault is it? Is it Wan-Bissaka pushing up too far, or is he just doing his job? Edson Alvarez running back. Oh, mate, I was looking at him, I was thinking, please, bruv, like bring him down, do something. Couldn't even get near him. Or is it Mavropanos?
For me, I would say it's mostly on the tactics. But again, Mavropanos and Zuma, I've said it for time now. Those two, they love to push out of position for a 50-50, and it cuts us open. I know Zuma's not with us anymore, but it's just an example. But, mate, this tactic that Lopetegui is doing, it doesn't make sense, and it does not help when he wants to push the fullbacks forward. You can't push both forward and leave Rodriguez or Alvarez as basically the third defender, or both of them to get back in transition. That is a disgrace. We brought in Aaron Wan-Bissaka to be that security blanket somewhat. Yeah. And what is he doing? He's pushed all the way forward. That's in my opinion, that's for Emerson. That's Emerson's job. Emerson's job is to be further forward. But, and when you take Alvarez out of the midfield into a back three or whatever the hell you want to call it, where is our midfield? It's Rodriguez.
I know, on his own.
Rodriguez and Paqueta.
That comment there, I agree with 100%. Right, I literally 100%. I feel like Mavropanos has got to cut across the ground, like a diagonal sort of run, and get across to sort of narrow the angle down. For me, he doesn't do neither. He just stands there, just runs back. And do you know what? I was so disgusted with the efforts today. Like the lethargic nature of West Ham, right? We've had a full week to prep for this game. And we was like, you would think we'd played Thursday night in the middle of fucking Europe.
I'm more upset. I am genuinely more upset at the fact at how we played last week. And I was dumb enough to think, oh, it can't get worse than that. It can't surely get worse than that. It absolutely did. That was a disgrace.
Mitch, what did you make?
Disgrace.
What did you make of that first goal, mate? For you,
complete. As I said a minute ago, complete lack of effort in, I think, Alvarez, Mavropanos, and again, poor from Areola. It's a combination, I think, of everything. That first goal, the tactics of us pushing too high over fullbacks, the lack of effort from the two players, and Areola should have just done better as well, come through his legs. And then that did set us up again to have to try and push forward and go for the goal, the equaliser, which obviously left us more exposed. So again, you could say the first goal was obviously the most important. Oh, it was, of course, it was, but. So you got to look at that. Yeah, Areola had a poor game today, I thought as well.
Second goal, is it a good goal from them, or is it just shit from us?
Alvarez, disgrace, terrible.
I agree.
Was horrific.
Caught napping.
And there's people out there. Oh, we should try Alvarez at center half. Oh, mate. These people live in a fantasy world, and that today literally proves why. And again, I'm not going to say I'm not going to sit here and say I'm perfect or always right, because I've also have said that Alvarez sometimes in the correct situation or match in a back three in possession works well. But when you're taking him out of the midfield, and again, I don't like Paqueta in the 8. He gives the ball away all the time. So essentially, you've got Rodriguez there. I'm not thinking of that situation. Alvarez has to turn to a center half and get back and mark someone like a center half, but he did, and he got absolutely cooked. Alvarez was awful. Alvarez, Rodriguez, Mavropanos, Paqueta, literally everyone besides 2. Awful.
I remember when Lucas said that to us about he can't put him centre half, he's too slow, and today proved it straight away. In running back on that first goal, and I think there was a moment with the second goal. It's just so bad. I'm
really wish for Paulinho last year. When we went for Alvarez originally, I would have loved it if we got Paulinho instead and spent an extra fucking 10 million. That I was told Paulinho was overrated and all that.
No, I'm too old, too expensive.
Penalty, yes or no?
All day long, that's a pen. All day long. Some will say maybe it's a bit weak, but you literally cannot grab someone's wrist and arm. That is and pull him backwards. You can't do that. I think that is an absolute disgrace how that wasn't a penalty.
Yeah.
But even if we did score that, and who knows, maybe it will change the match a little bit. But you know the match was that bad when I don't even care about it.
Yeah.
But it was a disgrace. It was a Stonewall pen for me.
What was you thinking at half time? Because I was thinking to myself, like, I'll just come back, literally arrived at home. Yeah. I had it on in the car, right, going mad down the fucking motorway. Trust me, you wouldn't want to, like, you should have had a camera on me and that. Because
I'm seeing some in the comments that it started.
Ollie was like,
if the foul started outside the box, fair play. My head was already gone by then, to be honest. But if it started outside the box, fair play. But from what I've seen, it looked like it was inside the box. So if it was outside the box, fair enough. But inside, it's pen all day.
No, that was a pen. It started outside the box, but it was pulled down inside the box.
It was pulled down inside the box, but yeah. What was you thinking at half time? You two? I had no faith.
What kind of beer I'm going to be drinking tonight at the bar?
Yeah. It's like me. Like, I fucking might start drinking in a minute. Like, I'm not being funny. I had no faith in West Ham coming back, and that's worrying for me. That really is. Like, when I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, have we done anything? And I'm going to be honest. Right, I was going to say this quickly. I've not seen nothing of West Ham so far this season. We
should have shipped about 7 today. If Madueke wasn't a selfish player, we would have shipped 7 today.
And then, like last season, we always said it. Straight after half time, we come out, but we're not on it. Again today, straight after half time.
Honestly, I look at this squad, and I think the best way to get productivity out of it and a good season is counter-attacking football. I think that's how we've got to play. Obviously, Lopetegui won't play that because that's not his philosophy. But I think looking at it, we've got no consistent creative. Paqueta is started far too consistently to be our creative outlet in the middle. We've got no deeper line playmakers in the team whatsoever.
And then striker issue as well. People were clamoring for Bowen, including myself. I wouldn't say clamoring, but like I did want to see Bowen up top because I think I need to see something else. That didn't work. Bowen was poor today. So I mean, we've got
I wouldn't say Bowen was poor.
I wouldn't say Bowen was poor. I thought he pressed. I thought he pressed well. He tried to make
but how, no. We can't use that excuse because how many times have we said that and still have said the player was shit? It wasn't great. I
don't think when he was on the ball it was that bad.
I actually don't think all three. I thought Somerville had good moments. I thought Kudus is a trier. Like, it just proves it. When he's on the right, he's a different player. Right? He's on the right, he's decent. On the left, he's not so good. Like, it's fucking common sense.
Really, the last. Sorry, continue.
I thought Bowen was okay, Lucas, if I'm being honest. I wouldn't say he was amazing, nothing like that. I'm not going to strong it, but, you know, I don't think he was poor. I thought others were worse.
As the captain of the club, I expect just a little bit better. Maybe poor is harsh, but I don't think he was up to the levels today. Obviously, he tried, but again, how many times do we talk about trying can only get you so far?
Well, I'm going to ask you this before we come towards the end. Yeah. What did you make of the substitutions from Lopetegui? Because he gets his praise for substitutions. He takes off Somerville where there's booze in the ground on that one. That one, like, people weren't happy with that one.
That was bad. I thought that one
Rodriguez,
was bad.
I thought coming off was actually the only good thing he'd done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I think Rodriguez again was sick. Oh my god!
And I don't know really what to think of the Andy Irving substitution. That felt very testimonial-esque. So I don't know. I was happy to see Andy Irving, obviously, because I like him a lot. He's a great lad. Not deserves, but hoping he gets a chance. But
more than fucking Rodriguez in a minute. And I'm not joking. And
what I was gonna say
sounds crazy, but
and what I was gonna say when I wasn't trying to cut you off, but now really the only idea that I can think of at the moment that we haven't tried is Kudus in the 10. That's really the only idea left for me that I can think of, because everything else, and again, I know we're early in the season, but we've tried a whole bunch of different things and they're not working. And the way we're playing, I just don't see.
I think what you said at the start of the season, Lucas, about Paqueta as playing as the 8, I think you might be right with how inconsistent he's been, which I didn't expect. Yeah. I think you've got to play him.
In this definitely...
Honestly, I would play Bump Top again against Brentford, and I would play Kudus on the right. I'd play Paqueta in the 10, just off.
I want to play Paqueta on the left if it was me, but
I think Somerville deserves to start again.
And what I'm about to say,
you can't drop fucking Somerville and put Paqueta out there when Paqueta has a fucking awful game.
But again, that comes down to the squad building, and our squad building has been absolutely horrendous. We have a bunch of good players, but the squad building's terrible. And I was going to say this, and this isn't a direct shot at you, but you might take it that way. But everyone will talk about Soufal hoofing the ball forward endlessly. Paqueta, just hoof.
No, I completely agree. Hoof. That's why he's been fucking shit.
Hoof. Yeah. But then again, that comes down to I think it's a mix of Lopetegui, that's what he wants Paqueta to do, and then Paqueta, the other half, that's just like his creative mind coming into play, like, oh, this might be a good pass to make. But still, like,
he's still losing the ball midfield, like by poor touches, poor loose passes. Like that's not an Lopetegui there.
And someone said in the comments, I think it was Harry, about if Mitch thinks Souček should come back in, we're finished.
I don't think he should start necessarily. It depends on the game. But with how bad Rodriguez has been, and how bad
he's backtracking.
It's not. It's. Because I just didn't expect us to sign Rodriguez and him to be, in my opinion, so shit, and Paqueta to have such an awful start to the season.
I said this as well sometime last week. I can't remember what video, but mate, and I think I told you this before as well. Why could James Ward-Prowse not do the same job?
Yes, we spoke about this. Me and Lucas spoke about this. It was on PlayStation.
Like you're telling me James Ward-Prowse, who you shipped off on loan up north, also took away any threat of set pieces away. You're telling me that he cannot do the same job that Guido Rodriguez does? Or there's been plenty of matches as well to start. James Ward-Prowse in the 10 would not have been a bad shout.
I do think James Ward-Prowse, because honestly deserves a place in his squad more than Rodriguez, 100%. And I'm a bit gutted by that.
Yeah, because I wouldn't say you were a harsh critic of James Ward-Prowse, but like...
No, but still, I still don't think Ward-Prowse is good enough to start for us, especially this year. I still think we should have moved past him because he was a ghost in so many games last season, winning the ball, and defensively he wasn't great either. But Rodriguez has shown nothing to me to show why he's starting every fucking game and why we've shipped out Ward-Prowse for him. Do you know what I mean? But at least he's only on loan. If Lopetegui does get the fucking elbow at the end of the season...
elbow! I like that.
Then we can get Ward-Prowse back.
Mate, that's class.
I'm going to be honest.
The elbow.
I'm going to be honest.
The people's elbow?
You not heard that before?
Yeah.
No, I only know the people's elbow from The Rock.
Well, fuck it. We say it all the time. I'm going to be honest with what I'm saying here. I am deeply concerned about this. I really am. It feels like Pellegrini 2.0, big time. Right? It feels like we're trying to do something that doesn't match what we are, and we're trying to play a system and style that just doesn't feel right. I remember this with Moyes a few years ago, and that was the year when it nearly relegated us to a point. I don't think we're cut out for it. I agree with what someone said earlier on. I think it was you, Mitch. Just set up a counter-attacking style when these teams on the break. Like, mate,
we can't break teams down with the way we're trying to play at the minute. And then not just that, we're getting countered every fucking game so open. It's got to change. The system's got to be flipped.
And I'll say it again. I'm going to say it till literally this season's over, or I prematurely die during the season or something. I don't know. But I will be shocked if we keep more than 10 clean sheets this season. Truly. and I've said it many times as well. Again, we're just transition this season. I think we're just going to have to live with it. I don't see it being fixed unless there's a massive change in January. We spend another £100 million.
It ain't going to change his philosophy, I don't think.
No, yeah, but this is also the same guy that preach, I've got many ways of playing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see it.
Well, let's see it. Also, one more thing, just to be devil's advocate. Although I do believe this as well. I heard the commentators. I didn't go to the game today, by the way, for personal reasons, but I heard the commentators say that be careful what you wish for. West Ham fans should be careful what they wish for. I was actually shouting, "You fucking silly fucking cunts!" No one wished for Lopetegui. And they said, "Oh, David Moyes." People didn't realise how good we had it. We understood how good we got it. We just wanted better. Now Lopetegui, none of us thought, "Oh, Lopetegui's gonna fucking is a great manager."
I would say the sane and rational people, but obviously there are people out there that said anyone is better than Moyes. I won't say who, but they know who they are.
Yeah, of course, I get that.
The issue is though, Mitch. Do you want to be entertained? Or do you want to win?
I want both.
Well, there you go.
Thank God we got Ruben Amorim on that jet.
Yeah, that's the only fucking time. That's the only time we're going to get close to it. Right. So, but the thing is, we're not seeing that at the minute. Like, I'm not being funny. We've played Villa, Palace, City, Fulham, and now Chelsea. Right. We've got 4 points. We're lucky to have 4 points.
That's so bad, isn't it?
Yeah, but
no, mate. But you gotta remember though, we've done better this season against Palace and Fulham than last season. You got
the logic I saw from them cunts last week.
Yeah,
should not be on Twitter. Where some news and views should stick to giving news and views, not just news, not the views.
Yeah.
I heard so many people saying that, saying, "Oh, but because we beat Palace and we got more points against these teams than last year."
All right, let's use that logic now. Why don't we?
Yeah, use it now. So we've got to beat Arsenal. If we don't beat Arsenal, we're a disgrace.
Clueless, man. Clueless.
It is, and I actually feel I don't know. I feel numb to it. If I'm being honest, like I'll be real. I just feel numb to it because I've got a really bad feeling about this. I'm seeing people saying, "Oh, I think we're still going to have a great season." I don't think they're going to see it. No,
really?
We apparently played so bad last season and had one of the worst managers in the Prem. Still finished 9th. We could have done better, obviously, but now we're being entertained. We've got better players. I don't know about a better squad, better manager. Some would say, and they still think. I don't see it.
You know what? You know who's also had a bad start to the season? I saw Trodge put it. Abiola's had a really poor start to the season, you know.
Yeah.
I've not been impressed by him.
All of them have, mate. Right,
yeah,
Johnny says here, I said, come on, guys, there's no panic. He will sort it out. The players need to get fitter. I'm sorry, mate. If the players are not fit by fucking the end of September, then I want to know what fucking food they're eating and drinking.
How do you know? Are you some fucking psychic? Do you know for certain that he's going to sort it out?
Johnny Mac, I'll be the one to say I hope you are psychic. And I hope it's true. My biggest concern right now, and again,
it's on him to get the fucking players fitter.
Mate, the whole Todibo thing is weird to me. And Mitch was here, I think, when I said it. Either Lopetegui rates Mavropanos over Todibo, or he's not fit yet. And both are insane questions to ask. And whatever answers we get could also be insane. Like, either way you slice it, if you tell me J-Lo thinks Mavropanos is better than Todibo, I'll probably cry a little bit, I'll be honest. But then if you tell me that Todibo is still not fit, who is that on?
That's on him as well.
And do you know what's going to happen, don't you? You know, I know exactly what's going to happen. This is where it's going to lead on to my last question. If he plays Todibo on Wednesday night at Anfield and we get obliterated there, people are going to say you can't bring him in because look what's happened there. So then we have to go back to Mavropanos again, and it's like I'm not sitting it. I'm going to be honest.
Having 3 centre halves, in my opinion, is an absolute disgrace.
I'm going to be honest when I say this. The next 2 Premier League games are Brentford away and Ipswich at home. We have to win both of them. If we don't win both of them, and he fails to win both of them,
who in Ipswich? Sorry, I'm kind of like still a bit angry. So like, and I'm getting like kind of lost in translation.
Yeah, right. It's basically Liverpool Wednesday, Brentford next Saturday, and the following week we've got Ipswich.
I'm telling you right now, if we lose on Wednesday, even though it's kind of, I don't like to think this way, but it is a bit expected we're going to lose.
However,
it's going to be bad.
Let me give you another situation. If he is expecting us to, if he's going to Anfield thinking we've got to be, we've got no chance of playing my philosophy in this one, which you think he would think, then, and if he does sit up in the deep, sitting deep and hit on the counter, you could argue we've got more of a chance of winning winning Liverpool.
That's what I would think.
Valid. It's a valid point.
And it all depends on Liverpool.
We could get fucking obliterated, or we could have a chance. I don't think there's an in between.
And again, that's all we're missing. We're missing some fight. We're missing some chest. Like,
there's no discipline. Loose challenges as well coming out.
If we see that on Wednesday, that's something to at least build off of.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest though, right? What happens? I'm just going to say this. Yeah. What happens if we lose at Brentford and we fail to beat Ipswich at home? Because then it goes into another international break then. And that will be, if I've got that right, that'd be 7 Premier League games.
To me, and again, I don't like to rashly overreact. I really don't. I only do it when I think it seems fit. But Brentford, is Brentford home or away?
Away.
I always think Brentford is going to be a tough match. I always do. But if we don't beat Ipswich, that is just as bad as losing.
If we lose our next two, do you think you'll be saying Lopetegui out?
Depends on who you ask, because I've never been. Me personally, I've never been Lopetegui in. I'm being like.
I'm asking you because. Again, it depends. If he makes controversial, stupid fucking decisions like to play Suchek as a 10 and get battered by Brentwood and silly things like that, then we get battered, then
it's hard to not say no. But I'm still going to keep my stance. It's not. I don't know how to explain this. Like, I know what I'm saying, but I'm not going to give my passionate reaction until December, really. But again, I understand why like Fever says what he says. I understand what you say and what other people say. But like me, I'm not going to have a passionate reaction until December because I still don't know what the hell I'm watching.
Basically, for me, if we fail to beat Brentford and Ipswich, I'm going to be honest, we are a bottom half side this season. It's as simple as that.
Easily.
Right? Yeah. If we fail to beat them two sides, I think if we get 4 points, that's not even good enough, really, to a point. Not for where we want to be. Now, let's all roll back to the summer quickly. We was all saying top 6, top 4. Look at this.
I wasn't. I said 9th or 10th. I said this season. And I got battered for that. I got fucking battered for that. I had people saying you ain't a fucking West Ham fan.
Yeah, right. And I said I'll be happy with top 10. Right. At present, I don't know. The only way I can see us heading is down. Not
Mate,
up.
We're not even a top. We're not even a top half side if we can't beat Brentford and Ipswich, in my opinion. And I predicted us 9th, and to me, I thought that was a bit of a stretch. I really wanted to put like 12th or 11th in a good cup run, and I'd still be happy with that. A really good cup run, 10th, 11th.
Because you know what's going to happen.
I'd love that.
And you know what's going to happen. I just want to say this, right? We play Brentford. By Ipswich, we have an international break. We come back from we come back for an international break. We have then got Spurs away at 12:30. And I'll tell you what, we come back from an international break and we go to White Hart Lane and we get obliterated there. Fuck, it's bad enough today with Chelsea, but I can sort of accept it.
Kick off outside the ground as well, it will.
Right, but if we go to Spurs and we get obliterated there, then fuck me, it's gonna go. It's gonna go bad.
I can't even use the excuse of the Fulham lineup anymore because, like I said previous in the show, we played worse than last week, and we put out a lineup that a lot of people were happy with, bar Tadibo. So I don't know what there is to fit. I don't think there's a lineup issue anymore. I think we basically played, and again, I'm no expert, but in my opinion, I think we played quite possibly the strongest team we could on paper. I would swap Rodriguez with Suchek in my opinion, but others would say otherwise. So now it's really down to the tactics, and the tactics tactics, philosophy, literally patterns of play, everything. Like
I'd truthfully rather
I'm not
see
saying
Andy Irving, Soler, and Souček over Rodriguez now.
It's so bad, mate. It's just so bad, isn't it? But I'm gonna get to this coming from Johnny Mack because he's been commenting quite a lot. Listen, guys, we all want the best, but in reality, Arsenal is the key. Look at what happened when they did have better players, but
I don't understand that at all.
Yeah, but I think what he's trying to say is look where they was at the start, look at them now. But I don't see it. The reason why I don't see it, and I've always said this, and I knew this back in January, I was saying it on Spaces, and like other people were saying, oh, we're going to go for Slot, Almiron, and all this lot. I fucking told everyone that he was going to go for Lopetegui because it was a Sullivan appointment. Yeah, and
yeah,
for me,
I agree. And again, that goes back. It does go back to Sullivan again. It does.
Shout out to our technical director as well. Lopetegui ticks every box. Ticks every box.
Yeah, he's fucking. Oh, you know.
True, that's a fair point.
Fuck this, mate. But the thing is now, well, I don't like to say this.
Shit.
Well, I don't even like to say it. But do we sort of go to Anfield and let the game go because we need to try?
No, definitely not.
No, absolutely not.
We are not. I don't think we're going to be in league, so we should definitely go for fucking League Cup. We're not in Europa League as well. We should be doing everything.
And if Johnny Mack is the sorcerer that we all think he is, he says Liverpool's going to play their under 18s, which I think there is actually a decent chance that Liverpool do not put out a great side. But I also feel like maybe we might not either. But I would none of those players that played today or last week, right? So I mean, essentially all of them. None of those guys deserve a break, of rest. If I was the manager, I'm shipping the same players back out there, and they need to show me something.
I'd fucking if I was
we need a
I'd
reaction.
grab Rodriguez by the throat, take him in the dressing room, whispering in his ear, "You're a cunt. You ain't never starting again, you prick." Andy Irving's got your spot now. You're on reserves, mate.
Mate, there's I don't know. And again, everyone's philosophy is different. Everyone is different as people. But for me, if I was a manager, if I was in some sort of coaching role of any facet, those guys are going right back out there away. And they need to give the supporters that are traveling that night with no trains back, they need to show them something. Show them some fight. Show them that they care a bit.
I'm not being funny. We all care. We're all here now talking about it. People in my chat are commenting about it. Does Lopetegui really care or not?
He does care, but that doesn't excuse shit tactics.
But
in line,
every manager wants to do well, don't they?
Yeah,
it tarnishes their name as well. So
but again, it comes down to the moments that no one realized, like being when we went 2-0 down. I didn't see nothing. We went 3-0 down. Still, heads were dropped. No fight. Nothing. That's what I look for. So Wednesday, I'm putting the same lineup back out there, and they need to prove themselves. They need to show something.
You know who actually would have been the perfect signing? Who was within the summer? Who actually would have made? I think this whole thing come together. If we actually had Kante on a 1 or 2 year deal, we actually got him instead of Rodriguez. Oh no, Jesus! But I think that would have been lovely.
Listen, I don't think Rodriguez is a bad player. I don't, but I don't understand why Lopetegui plays 2 DMs. Like if you're playing Alvarez,
he's not a bad player. Where'd you play him?
He's cover for Alvarez when Alvarez is not there, mate.
And when he comes in and Alvarez is injured and he's that lone 6, we're fucked.
I know, mate. I'll get what you're saying on that.
And again, I talked about earlier. Now, one of the only things left that possibly I'd like to see because nothing else has worked is maybe Kudus in the 10. Now, Soler in the 8 next to Alvarez. I think we deserve. I don't like using the word deserve, but I think as fans, we deserve to maybe see that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if that doesn't work, we're exhausted.
Then we go to Andy Irving. Andy Irving is our number 10.
No, Andy Irving will be at left wing back crossing balls into Fulkrug.
Joe, what? It was comical today. Right, I'm going to be honest. To round this up, when I'm seeing he's just grabbing all the players off the bench and just chucking them on, and then Tadimo's just still sitting there, fucking not doing nothing.
Mate,
Didn't even get on the pitch.
I need to know answers to that. I genuinely need to know why.
I want the interviewer to fucking ask you in the press conferences.
Yeah.
Ask him, Tadimo sitting on the bench after conceding 3 goals. Any reason for that? Is he up to match fitness? I'd like to see how he'd respond to that. Because if he says he's still not fully match fit,
especially Wednesday. I want to see it.
He has to start Wednesday. Has to start. If he doesn't,
Anton, he's about Antonio, but Anton Fernandez says Tadimo isn't ready. If that is the case, then fucking what are we doing?
Then why did we spend all that money on him? And why did we think that, again, if we went into this season, and again, nobody knows besides the board, the head coach, and people. But if we genuinely went into this season thinking rebuild, let's go for Europe the season after this one, that is a borderline. That is terrorist tactics. Those are football terrorism thoughts and ideas.
Yeah, I agree with you, mate. Mitch, any final words from you?
Stop terrorism.
Stop terrorism.
Lucas, any final words from you?
Stop terrorism. Football should not be terrorism. I don't know.
And one more thing, Byron is the club captain to fucking start having a word with some of them players.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially Bequeta, saying you've got to fucking pull your weight.
My realistic final thoughts is today was embarrassing, disgraceful, abhorrent.
Did you, in the last 40 minutes, last half hour, 40 minutes of that game, sit there and I was just sitting there hurting, feeling sick. I just wanted it to end. I wanted the ref to just blow the fucking whistle 30 minutes early.
Yeah.
So I really was just watching that like a fucking mong.
For me, as I deal with some fucking wanker on Twitter, my final thought. Some wanker.
That's why I close Twitter when we're going live.
Yeah, I know. I've got to learn it. Right. My final thought is this. I'm actually embarrassed. I'm actually embarrassed with West Ham today. Chelsea didn't really get out of second gear, not even third gear to a point. What did Chelsea really do today? Well, not a lot other than score 3 goals.
Easy smash they'll have all season.
I'll
stand by that as well.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. Lopetegui today got it completely wrong again. Like how many more times is he going to get it completely wrong? He changes it on the 35th minute and takes Rodriguez off, and we're still shit. Shit. And Richard Walton says, James, your score prediction that could have been corrected if we had rightfully been awarded a penalty by a VAR. I called 3. I said it the other day on the preview. Watch my fucking previews. You earn money. Yeah, I said 3-1 to Chelsea. You know what I mean? 3-0, 3-1. I thought we were going to get destroyed, and we did. For me, I'm a bit nervous about the future with Lopetegui. I am. And I can understand the frustration with a lot of fans currently right now. The issue I've got is we need to set our stall out and try and win these games ugly if we have to, just to get some wins on the board. Right? At present, I don't know what we're playing. Yeah, and we're throwing players out there, and it's like we're playing a game of FIFA or something. Do you know what I mean? And like it's crazy.
It's like that. Yeah.
It is like players in wrong positions and people running all over the place, people out of position. So on Wednesday night, it's a free hit. Yeah, we go to Liverpool. It is what it is, right? If we win it,
we can't get battered though, because that'll fucking ruin our confidence even more.
If we get battered, yeah, and this is where Lopetegui, right, is going to earn his coin for me. If we go to Liverpool, I need to see a performance. There's losing a game. We can all accept losing a game of football, yeah, right? We all can. But what I can't accept is being literally demolished.
I know, but what I'm getting wound up just thinking about now, if we do get battered, people can say, oh, it's Liverpool way. You can't expect Lopetegui to do wonders and go to Liverpool way and win. Yep. I don't want to fucking see that.
Yeah. And for me, the next 2 Premier League games are 2 massive games. West Ham against Brentford, at Brentford, a place where we don't win. Like last season, we should have won the game. We end up losing the game 3-2, and then we've got Ipswich the following week. If we don't pick up 2 wins from them, I'm going to be honest, this ain't looking good, bruv. Do you know what I mean? It's not looking good at all.
I would like a competent manager, Bev.
Yeah. Get me a Fanta Light.
I would like to order a, what is he, Belgium?
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm not even going to finish that sentence.
Right.
I already pushed it too far.
It is what it is. Listen, smash a like on the video if you want. Subscribe to the channel if you want. Today, I don't really care, mate. I've just travelled fucking 100 miles back. I was watching it in the car. I was going absolutely mental in the fucking car. I feel sorry for my missus.
Did you put on fast car after the result?
That's how
I felt.
Yeah, it was fucking shit, mate. And I'll come in and have to do a video, so you know. Player ratings will be up later on tonight. I'll see when Lucas wants to do it. And that's us done. West Ham United 0, Chelsea 3. Trust the process. What fucking process?